This evening, memories one.
Now then, Steve, how are we getting on? All right?
Fine, Wally.
Now, this is the filming that we wanted you to do. If you don't mind, help with this documentary about the Mystic Wizards.
Yeah.
So, you know, I came and asked you, you know, being a keyboard player with the Brinkley Rockers, and you've been with other bands, what do you know about the Mystic Wizards? I mean, what do you think of them?
This evening, memories from the Forest. We are bringing to you the Mystic Wizards of the
Just hold it steady.
Yeah, I've had to put my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So, well, what connections do I have with the Mystic Wizards? Well, none really.
I can imagine what they'd want me to say. The old story, go back years, keep in touch, that sort of thing, but honestly, I haven't given them a second thought.
Next question.
Their names? Of course.
It all started when they started to get better known, and they've got people going to gigs, and it was brought to me that they could do some memorabilia.
After we split up, we went our separate ways, and I found, through a combination of creative accountancy.
So, being a bit talented in this department, I got stuck in, made stuff.
Obviously everything within the law. I was able to use the copyright extensively in the Middle East, so I was no longer a mystic wizard, if you will. I was the entity that represented that particular brand name.
For instance, these blankets and shawls are made out of granny squares, right? Grannies were known as crones and witches. Witches, same as wizards. And they wore shawls. Good link there. That's not quite your precise, specific memorabilia. It's a bit what you might call genetic.
And things went from strength to strength.
What's better than that? I mean, people thought these were Mensa scars. Forget it.
Most of the house, as you can see, is now being renovated.
Made all this specially? I mean, look at that. Isn't that just like an old witch's cauldron?
The porticos are still to be done.
Waste paper basket. I don't know if you can see it all right there.
The grand dining room.
And that, of course, is a direct bit of memorabilia for their top song, the Vulture Song. Why, you ask? What do vultures eat? Dead stuff. What's this made of? Dead stuff. And there's a further thing here as well. You see these horizontal bits that go up there like that from top to bottom, and what they remind you of? The ribs of dead stuff, what the vultures have eaten. They couldn't see it, weren't interested.
But yes, I'm very happy about the way things have worked out.
No. I haven't got a garage full of stuff. All this lot is rare, it's unique, except for the Mensa scarves, of course. So no, I'm just a bit hacked off that they weren't bothered, couldn't understand it all.
Well, it's a shame, really, because a lot of them go that way, don't they?
They do, yeah. What about that then? What do you think about that, Steve?
Carved wolf, yeah, it's good.
Now,
who's done that then?
Wolf? Wow, I did it. Now, and I did it as a bit of memorabilia for one of their tracks, Charlbury Moon. And it's a Charlbury wolf. And Charlbury is their spiritual home in Oxfordshire. And that wolf belongs there. It walks around the village baying at the Charlbury Moon, and it's there. I just carved it when it was having a bit of a lie down. Thing was, they couldn't see the link to that song. And you know, if they'd only, well, if they had you as a manager, you're a bit perceptive, obviously. We could have made a fortune. We could have sold them And you know, I'd be laughing, and I could even afford somewhere decent to go and have my hair cut. Oh, sorry, sorry.
Cheeky.
Sorry.
As far as you can see, that's all mine. Money which I got directly. Well, that's not true. Cut that part out. Money that I got indirectly through a very clever use of the funds that I acquired through the extensive use of the Mystic Wizard's brand name throughout the Middle East. And this is back in the early 80s, you have to understand, so that even now, the cachet attached to that name, well, you just can't measure it, other than financially, which I often do. And as I said, most of it's mine.
Words about hello, hi, I'm here. Oh, you couldn't see me because of my camouflage. I'm sorry, I should have realised. I'm here to say a few words again about Mystic Wizards. Now, the music really is quite good. There was the vulture song, very realistic, looking at the life of a vulture in the desert. Could be boring, understandable. The Mystic Odyssey, a bit biographical, where it talked about, for instance, going on the Grand Union Canal. Not a lot of people know that those lads, those days, they set off on a canal from here and they were going all the way around on a 7-day run. They got to there, found the canal closed, came all the way back. It had taken them 5 days to get there. They got back in 2. They worked all through the night just to get back on time. That's real commitment. But on the negative side, they got no idea about promoting themselves. I mean, let me just show you this as an algorithm. You can come down here. If you take this, this is the Mystic Wizards, right? Doing good music, quite pretty flowers, but they were surrounded by these. You can see they're bigger, they're taller. It was heavy metal stuff. It was Black Sabbath. It was Peter, Paul and Mary. It was Harry Belafonte. You know, and the Everly Brothers. I mean, they didn't really stand a chance against big people like that. Were catching the imagination of the world. But if they'd been a bit bigger, they could have sold some of my memorabilia, and I would then be stuck with having to read this lot.
Shame. Yeah.
Shame, yeah.
That's very good.
Right.
Hi, Callum, all right?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
Good. Doing a bit of filming.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay, hello, Callum.
Are you alright?
Yeah, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
What do you know about Mystic Wizards then?
I've never heard of them at all.
You're familiar with the phrase, cash-rich time, Paul? I mean, I'm in New York the week after next, and then after that, Bangkok.
To get to live a better way of life.
I'd probably have a garden, a big garden, a gardener doing all the work. I might even not bother with that. I could be sitting in a bodega on the edge of a pizza in Italy with a half a pint of creme de menthe, you know, living the life of Riley.
Now, the land used to go as far as the horizon.
Look at people it's worked for. You just take Richard Branston, and what does he do? He goes ballooning all over the place.
But we found that if we sold a lot of it off to smallholders,
Bought his own aeroplane, I believe, and just through selling pickles. I ask you.
maximise the profit on that.
Frank Sinatra gave me this hat.
Several hundred acres,
Told me not to tell anybody.
which we can manage quite adequately with the staff we have.
I made this hat for Gorbachev.
We expect the funding to come back in from the Deer project.
And sent it back. He already got one. But there we go. That's what happens. But Mystic Wizards, they are known by other people. I asked a neighbour of mine, I said, what do you know of the Mystic Wizards? Great, he said. I thought, wow, this bloke doesn't know anything about music, but he's heard of them. So I said, come on then, tell us a bit more about it. He said, well, they're great. He said, but they wouldn't grow around here. The soil's too thin. So what he was talking about, I don't know. So there you have it, the Mystic Wizard. We'll just soldier on and do a bit more weaving.
We've got boosters, we've got coasters, we've got toasters, we've got roasters, we've got everything. We've got sandals, we've got handles, we've got slippers, and we've got moccasins. We've got everything for a modern walker. We've got tea, we've got coffee, slippers, we've got herbalizer, moccasin, and we've got toilet. We've got everything for the modern imbiber.
And they wore shawls. Good link there. That's not quite your precise, specific memorabilia. It's a bit what you might call genetic.
Ticket, tasket, wicker basket, knit one pearl, one here's a blanket. What those things have got to do with wizardry, ain't got a clue.